Okay, of course, our topic is music. Yeah. Okay. Okay, orchestra. Okay. An orchestra is a group of musicians who perform instrumental music and it is led by a conductor. So last meeting, I group you into four, right? Do you remember your group?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now take note of this class. The group 1 will be the piano. The group 2 will be the guitar. The group 3 will be the tambourine. And the group 4 will be the violin. Did you guys get it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, I repeat. Okay, I will repeat. The group 1 is piano, the group 2 is the guitar, the group 3 is tambourine, and group 4 is the violin. Okay, now let's move on to the mechanics. The mechanics are very simple. I will be the conductor and your class will be the orchestra or the instruments. Okay, once I call your group, you will just sing your designated word or instrument in the tune of London Bridge is falling down. Okay? Once I call the group 1, you will sing like Pia, Pia, piano, 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 Pia, Pia, piano, piano. Okay, for group 2, Gita, gita, gitara, 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 gita, gita, gitara, gitara. For group 3, the tambourine, tambo, tambo, tamborin, 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 tambo, tambo, tamborin, tamborin. For group 4, the violin, vio, vio, violin, 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 vio, vio, violin, violin. Okay, did you guys get it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I hope I hope you are all ready. Okay, again, are you ready, online 3?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay,
Yes,
so
sir.
please unmute your microphone. So unmute your microphone and let's start. Okay? May we hear the group 1? Okay, parang wala yung group 1. Again, group 1, the piano. 1, 2, 3, go.
Piano, 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 pia, pia, piano, pia, pia.
Okay, very good. Okay, very good. Let's have the group 2. Group 2.
Yes, sir.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Gitara, 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 gitara.
Okay, so very good group 2. More energy. Okay, let's have the group 3, the tambourine. 1, 2, 3, go.
Tambo, tambo, tamboris. 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 Okay na.
Wow, very energetic. The group 3. Okay, we have the group 4.
Sir, ngayon na.
The violin. 1, 2, 3, go.
Bayo, 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 lis, bayo, lis, bayo, bayo, bayo,
Okay, so everybody, very good. Please, everybody give yourself a round of applause. Very good. Okay. So, class, did you enjoy the game? Did you enjoy the orchestra?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
so I hope
Yes,
so.
sir.
Okay, so that's great. During our previous lesson, we tackled about the music of the 20th century. Now, before we proceed to our new lesson, who can enumerate the five elements or the five movements or styles that you have discussed? Any volunteer? Any brave soul? Yes, Gerald. Do you know the answer, Gerald?
The five movements are Impressionism, Expressionism,
Neoclassicism.
Neoclassicism, Ano ba yan? Sir, yun lang.
Okay.
Alam ko, sir.
And also we have the avant-garde and the modern nationalism. Now, who are the two primary exponents of the Impressionist movement? Who are the two? Yes, Andre.
Sir, the two primary exponent of the Impressionism movement are Claude Debussy and Maurice Ravel.
Okay, very good. Claude Debussy and Maurice Ravel. Okay, correct. Last question. What is the main characteristic of the Expressionist movement? Charles, do you know the answer? Okay, yes, Charles.
Yes, sir. The expressionist movement served as a medium for expressing strong emotions.
Wow, exactly correct. Okay, so I assume that you really understand our last lesson. Now we can now move on to our next lesson that has a big part for you to further understand the music of the 20th century. So my question is, are you ready to learn with me and explore the world of music? Are you ready?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, but before that, let's watch this video first. And please take note of your observation because afterwards we will have a question and answer. Okay, so please listen and observe. All right. Okay, my question is what have you observed in the video? Anyone who wants to volunteer? Yes, Miko.
The music is like building up to suspense poster.
It's like building a suspense sound. Very good. Okay, who else? Any observation? Yes, Kendra.
Sir is using piano, but it has different sounds, like violin and viola.
Yes, he's using piano but with different sounds. Very good observation. Anyone? Okay, another observation? Okay, meron pa ba? Okay. If none, our activity, yes, Janlyn Kona. What's your
Sir, yung mga, ano to po, yung mga notes po na binibigay niya, paulit po.
Yung mga notes ay paulit-ulit. Okay, very good also. Okay. Meron pa? Okay. Our activity earlier, the orchestra and this video have something to do or relevant with our new lesson for today. And this will surely enable us to deepen our understanding of our new lesson. And that is the fundamentals or the elements of music. So class, based on my experience, studying music in CLSU is very difficult because of the words, terminologies that are present. But I promise that I will make it simple to understand as much as I can. Okay, so first, let's move on to the first element. Who wants to read the rhythm? Yes, Kendra, kindly read.
Rhythm. Rhythm in music includes several different aspects, and some prefer to use the term duration. A simple definition of this musical term is to describe how long or short a sound is. Within this musical element, other terms are included. Tempo, for example, refers to the speed or pace of music.
Okay, Kendra, based on what you have read, what is the definition of rhythm? What is rhythm in your own understanding? You can express yourself in Tagalog. Okay. What is rhythm based on the
Um,
given?
Sir, it is the ano po, like yung parang you can determine how long or short the sound po that are expressed in the musical piece.
Okay, correct. That's correct. But the simple definition of rhythm is how long or short the sound is. Also, class, please take note of this, that the rhythm is the repeated pattern of notes or rests or combined within a measure. And it has something to do with the time signature. For example, the time signature is 4/4. The beats per measure is only 4. It is like you are counting like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's say the time signature of a specific music or song is 3, 4. So the beats per measure is only 3. It is like you are counting like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So that's the rhythm. Again, the rhythm is the repeated pattern per measure. Okay, is that clear? Is that clear, class? Okay, so also based on the given definition, other terms are included in the rhythm. Tempo, for example, okay, tempo defines the speed of the sound. It or how long, or how fast or how slow the sound is. For example, the Fer Elise. This is the normal speed of Fer Elise. Okay, but we can add. Okay, we can add as a tempo or speed, and it will turn into this. But also we can also decrease the speed of a song, and it can turn into this. And that is the tempo. Okay, is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Are there any question? Do you have any question about rhythm and tempo? Or is that clear?
Sir, here.
Okay, clear. Now, we can now move on. Okay, very good. Okay, now we can now move on to the second element, which is the dynamics. Who wants to rate? Any volunteer? Any volunteer? Yes, Gerald.
Dynamics. Dynamics refers to the volume of a piece of music. Music can be described as loud or soft, or there could be gradual changes from loud to soft or soft to loud, depending on the performer's interpretation of the music.
Okay, Gerald, based on the definition, what is dynamics?
So ito yung concept, yung paglakas o paghina ng music.
Okay, exactly.
O yung
As,
pag
yes,
yung
exactly.
pag-concept, yung biglang babagal ay tataas yung tunog na.
Yes, very good, Gerald. Very good na. As simple as that. But there are several Italian terms that are used to describe the dynamics. Okay? These are the terms. We have the pianissimo, the very quiet, the piano, quiet, mezzo forte, moderate loud, forte, loud, the fortissimo, very loud, the crescendo, or gradually getting louder, diminuendo, or gradually getting quieter. So these are some examples. Now, let's go back to the definition of dynamics. It is defined how loud or how soft the sound is. And it is based, okay, take note, it is based on the interpretation of the performers or the artist. For example, when I play The River Flows in You, I will apply the dynamics. Okay, please listen, okay? Okay, that is the dynamics. There is some part that are loud and there is some part that is soft, and that is dynamics. Okay, is that clear? Is that clear,
Yes,
class?
sir.
Sir, pass.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the next element is the melody. We have the melody. Okay, who wants to read? Who wants to read the melody? Yes, just sorry. Yes, Faye.
Melody is a series of pitches that make a tune. The melody is the part that people remember and will sing along to when listening. The main melody can be heard when it is played by an instrument that has a unique timbre or tone, color, quality.
Okay, very good. Based on the definition, anak, what is melody? Based on your understanding, what is melody?
Pero doon niyo po malalaman kung paano po yung mismong song. Yun po yung maaalala niyo sa song. Ganun.
Yun yung maaalala sa isang song. That's correct. But additional, melody is the original tune. Okay, take note. The melody is the original tune of a specific song. It is the pitches or notes that the artist sing. For example, the Happy Birthday. That's the melody of it. That's the original tune. Okay, another example. The Twinkle Twinkle, that's the melody. Again, it is the original pitch or notes that the people recognize, okay, when they hear a music or a sound. But for you, class, to further understand what is melody, let's move on first to the next element, which is the harmony. Now, who wants to read? Any volunteer? Yes, John Lincona.
Harmony. Harmony is the sound created when two or more pitches are performed at the same time to form a chord. In modern music, the harmony often comes from an instrument like guitar and piano. This instrument often play chords that support the main melody, which is typically performed by a singer. Two or more pitches played together.
Okay, what is harmony based on the given definition? John.
So harmony contains various sounds, then if we put it together, or various of pitches, or various of elements of music, and if we put it together, then it will create a harmony. It's like when the melody or the main tune na kinakanta nga pa nun, just like Twinkle Twinkle Star, and then we added more pitches to that, and it will be called as harmony rather.
Okay, very good, correct. Exactly, very well said. Thank you, John. When we say harmony, it is the combination of melody and an accompaniment. For example, a singer, there will be a harmony if she or he sings with instrumental music or with the accompaniment of a band. Okay, another example is when a band plays a song, there will be an instrument that will play the melody, and there are instruments that will be the accompaniment to give some spice to the music itself. But for you to further understand what is harmony, I will play a video. Okay? So this is my band in CLSU dorm, the Pusoy Band. Now, please notice that the violin here in the video will play the melody. And the rest of the instruments like the piano, the guitar, the ukulele will just be the accompaniment. So please see the difference. Okay? Again, the violin is the melody. Okay? So please listen. Okay, class. Did you class see the difference?
Yes, sir.
Okay, again.
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay, very good. The violin is the, again,
Melody.
the melody, correct. And the other instruments are
Harmony.
the accompaniment. Okay, and together they build the what we call the harmony. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. So next we have the tone color or the timbre. Again, that is not timbre. That is timbre. Okay, who wants to read the tone color? Who wants to volunteer? Yes, Kendra. Okay, Miko. Go, Miko.
It is it refers to it,
Okay, so parang may internet problem ata si Miko. So, let's, Kendra, will you read, please?
Tone, color, or timbre. It refers to the unique sound quality of an instrument or voice. For example, a trumpet, saxophone, and piano, just by hearing them, we can determine the instrument. Produces different and unique characteristics that have obviously produced by the singer.
Okay, so thank you so much, Kendra. Based on the definition, what is tone color or timbre? Based on your
Sir,
understanding.
it's the own sound of the instrument or the voice that every listeners can determine if they can only hear it just once.
Yes, exactly. So this is the only thing that you need to understand. Okay, that you need to know to understand the tone color. That every single instrument has their own distinct sound characteristics. For example, when we hear someone playing a saxophone, even if we are not looking, we know that it is a saxophone because the saxophone has distinct sound quality, and that is soft, and it produces a sexy sound, right? So example, this ukulele, okay? This ukulele, just uh, just like ukulele, it has own unique quality of sound. So you can now easily determine that the instrument that is playing is ukulele because of its unique sound quality. So another example is this nose flute. This is a native instrument from Cordillera, and it is called a tungali. Okay, tungali, a native instrument in Cordillera. Okay. Sana marinig ninyo kasi mahina lang siya. I will make a sample. Okay, so sana lalapit na lang ako. Okay. Okay. Naririnig ba, class, yung tunog? Or,
Yes,
Yes, sir.
okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes po, sir.
Okay, that's the unique quality or unique sound of a nose flute instrument, and that is tungali. Another example is we can relate the tone, color, or timbre in human voices. All of us have distinct qualities of voice. For example, Moira de la Torre. We can say that the one who is singing is Moira, even if we are not looking at her, because of its own quality of voice. And that is soft, and sometimes sinasabihan siya na parang lasing, di ba? So that is the tone, color, or timbre, the unique characteristics of a sound. It can be in a human voice or in instrument. Is that clear? Are a tone, color clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so any question about tone, color?
Sir.
Wala na po, sir.
Okay, very good. So now let's move on to the sixth element or the last element, the texture. Who wants to read? Okay, any hand? Mark Joseph. Okay, Mark Joseph. Texture.
Sir, texture, it refers to the number of instruments or voices that contribute to the overall density of the music. Texture also refers to the layers of sound in a piece of music. These layers are named by their role within a piece of music. Texture can be classified into monophonic or a cappella, homophonic, or with accompaniment, and polyphonic, choir, or orchestra. Layers of sounds how they are deep.
Okay, based on the given explanation or definition, what is texture? Joseph.
Sir, texture, sir, ito yung how thin or thick the music, sir. Tsaka, ito rin po yung kung gaano kadami po yung layers of sounds that can be produced.
Yes, exactly correct. But the simplest explanation of texture is how thick or how thin the sound. For example, in a band, how many instruments are present? Okay? Texture also has its classification. When there is only a singer, for example, that sings the melody, it is classified as monophonic. But melody plus one instrument or accompaniment, that is homophonic. And on the other hand, an orchestra and a band are considered polyphonic. Because why orchestra and band are considered polyphonic? Kendra.
Sir, because there are variations of different types of instruments.
Yes, exactly, because there are a lot of instruments that are playing together, and its texture is thick. Again, compared to the homophonic and monophonic. The homophonic and monophonic is thin in texture, while the orchestra and the band is thick. I mean, thick in texture. Homophonic, monophonic is thin. The polyphonic or the orchestra and band is much thicker. Okay, did you guys understand what is texture?
Yes, sir.
Okay, again, it is the layers of sound. Okay, how thick or thin. So that's the one you will memorize. Layers of sound, how thin or thick. All right. Did you guys understand the elements of music?
Yes, sir.
Are
Yes,
there
sir.
any more questions about elements?
Wala na po.
Okay, so if there's none,
Wala na, sir.
okay, to wrap up our lesson for today. Okay, again, who can enumerate the elements of music that we have discussed? Yes, Rosalie.
Sir, rhythm, dynamics, melody, harmony, tone, color, or timbre, and texture.
Very good, Rosalie. Okay, that's the 6 elements. Now, you will tell what element I am pertaining to. So I will give the definition and you will tell what element is being described. Okay, is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
It is the loudness or softness of a sound. John Lincona.
Sir, dynamics.
Dynamics, correct. Very good. Okay. Next question. It is the repeated pattern in a measure. Eunice, Aryan.
Rhythm po.
Rhythm, correct. Okay. It is how thick or thin the sound is. Norleza.
Texture siya.
Texture. That's also correct. Okay, very good. So, I think that you have learned a lot in our lesson. So, are there any questions so far about the elements of music?
None, sir.
Ano po,
Wala
sir?
na, sir.
Okay,
Wala.
so if there's none, all right. Last meeting I gave a performance task, right? Did you guys remember?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And that is the what is the title of the performance? That is the
Active arcade.
Active arcade, sir.
yes, correct, the Active Arcade. Okay. So, the Active Arcade Super Hits. I am glad and very happy because your performances are very good and energetic. That performance is something to do with the elements of music because first, as you dance, there is already a rhythm. There is a melody, harmony, and of course, dynamics. But the performance itself integrates our topic in physical education, and that is the recreational activity. Did you guys remember the recreational activity?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so in other words, we hit two birds with one stone because our topic is music, but we also integrate the physical education, and that is very good. Now, for my surprise, let's all watch our performances. Okay, so kasama ako dito. Okay, so let's all watch the Active Arcade. Okay. Okay, so very good. So please give yourself a round of applause, class. Palakpakan niyo naman yung sarili niyo, okay? Okay, so our highest score is Andre and Miko. So they got a score of A+. Andre, Miko, Janlyn Kona, and yes, Andre, Miko, Janlyn Kona. Okay, please share your experience in the class while doing the activity. Andre first, to be followed by Miko and Jan. Okay, Andre.
Sa ano po, sa una po mahirap. Pero nung tumagal po nasanay naman po. Nakuha ko po, na-get ko po agad yung parang pad po nung sa ginagalaw-galaw na.
Okay. So, very...
Tapos, ako ito.
Okay, so, nakuha mo na nung unang mahirap. Okay, Miko, how was the feeling or the experience?
Sir, sir, because it was my first time using the app, I had to dance more than 5 times, which made it into an exercise routine po. Aside from that po, it was very enjoyable po.
Okay, so it was very enjoyable. So nakita ko nga talagang nag-enjoy lahat. Okay, John, how was your experience?
Sir, I was a dancer na din naman po before. So for me, it was a recreational activity na lang. So parang happy na lang din po. So para po, siguro kung i-determine ko po dun yung problemang na-encounter ko is yung parang kailangan mo pa rin parang i-maintain yung posture mo and angle na habang naglalaro ka is kailangan nandun pa rin yung posture na parang sumasayaw ka. So parang sa akin po, mahirap po yun. Kasi nagsasabay po sila na while doing the activity, of course, that you're playing, then sumasayaw ka pa din po. So ganun po, mahirap po i-maintain. Nagmumukha rin po, hindi na rin sumasayaw. Yun po.
Okay, so very good, very good. Okay, so that's it. So, but before we end, okay, let's have a photo opportunity together with our visitor, Dr. Joel M. Torres. So please, class, kindly open your camera. So may we have the photo opportunity. Okay. Okay, so Miss Kendra, can you kindly take a screenshot? Okay. Pag naka-open na lahat.
Okay.
Okay, thank you so much. Naka-open na ba lahat? And of course, Sir Ryan, pa-open din. Change layout. Okay na, Kendra? Naka-open na lahat.
Sir.
Siguro okay na yan. Okay, sige.
1, 2, 3, go. Pero okay na po yan. Isa lang po ba?
Okay, sige. Last one. Okay.
Okay, last. 1, 2, 3. Sir, okay na po.
Okay, so thank you so much, Kendra. So okay, so your assignment will be sent on the or will be posted on the Google Classroom right after the class. Okay, so again, thank you class for cooperating. And before I dismiss, any more sir last final words, Sir Ryan, and last Sir Joel, or after the the class.
Okay, so good afternoon online 3. Palakpakan nyo nga ulit si Sir Jared sa napakagaling na presentation. Ayan, so congrats Sir Jarel, napakagaling.
Okay po. Thank you so much, sir. Okay, so Dr. Joel Torres po, do you have any words po? Or after na po?
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Of course, we would like to commend Sir Jarrell for his very wonderful presentation. And to all of you, to all the students, for being very cooperative on his online demonstration teaching. We also like to because this would not have been possible without your collaborative efforts, without you participating in the discussion, without you answering the questions he raised, and it came very spontaneously. And I must say that I am really impressed with his uh, online demo teaching. Of course, we would also like to commend his cooperating teacher, Sir Ryan Almirol, for guiding him well throughout the internship program. So once again, you all deserve a big, warm round of applause. Congratulations, everyone.
Thank you so much po, Dr. Torres. And thank you so much, Online 3, for your cooperation. Okay, so with that, goodbye, class, and see you on Tuesday next week. Thank you so much.
Bye, sir.
Bye, sir.
Bye, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Bye, sir.
Goodbye.
Bye po.
Goodbye, mga anak. Bye-bye.
Bye, sir.
Bye, Gerald. Bye, Vincent. Bye, Gerald. Sir, thank you so much po. Sir, good afternoon po. Thank you so much.
Yes, Gerald, thank you very much for your demo teaching. So I just like to say that I was really amazed on how you did it, and of course I also see how you are really versed when it comes to using technology because of all of those visuals that you've been using, especially the Netflix thing,
Yes.
was watching, and really everything could actually relate to what you have presented, and that's really a way to really get the attention of your students, especially when we are on the online setup. Nonetheless, there are like some points that need to be rehashed and some points that needs to be fine tuned. Like I see in a way you're a bit tense still. You're
Yes.
still tense doing that, and just of course we all know that English is not our native language, and you are still trying to be more comfortable with it, but it's okay. But your performance was able to really what do you call this to suffice for it. Another thing is that the use of videos and even the use of your own presentation would also be nice because that only shows that you are really somebody who has a knowledge in your discipline. It's not like you're just telling them what to do, but you really know how to do it. And that's one of the advantages if you really are inclined to your course, diba? Your culture and art, something like that. So
Yes.
you're able to prove to your students that you are performing. And I know, although this is only demo teaching that I've seen, but I know that in other classroom teachings that you have done, you never fail as well to amaze them with all of those things that you bring in this classroom. Um, just a little bit, some concerns about, of course, on the ways of asking questions. But I know these are the things that we cannot really master throughout because this will take a lot of time for us to really become well versed on how to ask higher order thinking skills questions, lower order thinking skills questions. But eventually, as you go along with this, you will master it. And as we always say, there's nothing but experience that serves as the best teacher for that. So, nonetheless, if you look at it in a general perspective, you did great today, and I hope that you continue that, Jarrell. I hope I could meet your cooperating teacher, but I assume you already left the meeting room. And I was also quite amazed because you've been using how many gadgets for this, like four ba or three?
3, sir.
Monitor.
Yes, 3, sir.
Three, okay. But I must say I really have to commend you because you are using those softwares that not everybody can actually use. So
Yes.
I must say you are really taking an extra mile for you to learn all those things and to ensure that you are teaching effectively and efficiently in your classroom. So you will be really at a good at the I don't know how should I say this. You are really on an advantage side, knowing that we are on the new normal in which all of what you're doing will all be valuable, and that's already the necessity now. So I must say, you are already there, and just keep on harnessing, keep on refining, and keep on learning that, because I know in the future you will be an excellent teacher, a pandemic teacher, a new normal teacher.
Yes.
So thank you, congratulations, Jarrell.
Sir, thank you so much po. Thank you so much po sa observation. Okay.
Okay, so I think you should also have a photo for the for the postcon.
Okay, sir.
so
Yes, sir.
ito,
Opo. Okay po.
ito na lang, Jarrell. No?
Yes po, sir.
So you may also include it in your narrative report, right?
Yes po, sir. Opo.
Okay, so let's do it.
Okay, so okay, sir. Okay, 1, 2. Okay, isa pa, sir. Okay. 1, 2. Okay. Sir, thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir.
Yes, Jarrell, thank you
Again.
very much, and congratulations.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Goodbye po.
Bye.
Keep safe po.
Okay.
Thank you so much po. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. I'm in the process of Ano pala na-stop? Eh, di pa na-stop, busy. Stop.